Have you ever skipped a frame during a stream? Usually OBS is pretty good about telling you why those things happen, whether you skip a frame, you drop a frame, or you miss a frame during rendering lag or encoding lag, or maybe your network or something like that. Well, a lot of times those are caused by encoding lag. And today we're going to talk about what encoding actually is and explain the process of why that happens in the first place. So without further ado, let's begin the operation. So in order to stream, your PC or your device or something like that must be able to encode both your audio and your video. Without this encoding process, your stream is going to be much too big to handle. That's because what encoding does is it actually crunches down your file that you're sending out to the internet, basically, so that it is able to be sent out from your computer or your device or whatever you're using, and then also be able to be digested by other people's devices and stuff like that. If you're not using a good enough encoder, it's going to start looking like lag to your viewers. You're going to start skipping frames because your encoder is going to pause on one frame and try to play catch up. And then what that's going to do is that's going to freeze on that frame. And then until it's able to catch up, it's going to miss all the other frames. Like I said, encoding is where your stream is getting smaller, right? Your video or whatever is getting smaller. Because otherwise, nobody, not even your PC, and you could have as beast of a PC as you want, and it's not going to work, okay, without encoding. Basically what it is, if you want to visualize it like this, is essentially your stream is too big, so encoding, it just makes it smaller. So let's say that you're streaming, right? And let's say that I'm streaming at 60 frames per second, okay? But I have the settings up way too high, and I'm using a really bad encoder, okay? What my encoder could do is it might encode frames, let's say 1 through 10 of that, right? It encodes 1 through 10 of the 60 frames of that 1 second, right? So it only encodes that first 10 seconds, right? Okay, and that's because I'm using a really bad encoder. Let's say that it paused though, because the encoder can't keep up. It pauses. Let's say it pauses up until like frame 45 or something, and then it keeps going, right? It pauses up from frame 10 to frame 45, right? It pauses because it can't keep up. Well, what happens to those frames? They're gone. They're X'd out. They're gone. You viewers don't see them. They might hear them. They don't see them. Okay? Now, that doesn't sound that bad, right? So, you skip, 35 frames? Not that bad. I would be surprised if people even really noticed. However, what if you were going, let's take 3 seconds out of the stream, right? Let's say that your stream encoded correctly for frames 1 to 10 of that first second, right? And then out of, so if we're going by 3 seconds, that's 180 frames at 60 FPS. Let's say that it starts working correctly again on frame 150, okay? So that's about, frame 30 of the 3rd second there. So basically you have the stream is being normal from 1 to 10, right, of that first frame, and then it doesn't start working correctly again until frame 150 of the 3 second window. What happens to the majority of your frames? They're gone too. They are gone. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys learned something great, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, because next week we're going to be talking about bitrate, because bitrate has a lot to do with how your stream gets onto the internet. And then after that, We're going to be talking about how to choose your encoder and then how to choose your bitrate and everything like that. I'm kind of dividing these up to sort of space them out to give you a little bit more room to breathe, and just so I kind of have more content for throughout the month, basically. And I feel like, you know, one huge video is kind of gets a little stale after a while, so I didn't want to do that to you guys. Anyways, if you guys do want to talk to me about anything, I do stream live on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Or you can join a Discord that I run called the Streamer Knots. We are a group of streamers and viewers that just like to have fun and hang out with each other. And so, yeah, that's about it. Have a wonderful day or night. You guys stay crazy. In light cores too. Oh, you've got better things to do, I'm sure. Yeah, you know what? Better loading screens. That's what I got to do. That's all I've got to look forward to in this game.